exactly. He's just very overbearing in everything he does. So, on the one hand, he's a larger-than-life. I don't personally see him as a bad guy, but I guess I wouldn't put it past him to get all riled up and lose control. You know, when someone asks...
Is it just...
I'm afraid that I don't have much else to tell you. Perhaps you could try asking around some...
Okay. Huh? How can you be so...
No, perhaps you misunderstood. Maybe a story will explain it better. So, kids being kids aren't exactly the most difficult to outsmart. I'm sure you can see what I'm getting at here.
On purpose, though.
No, not at all. The one time I saw him win, he started jumping around and yelling, "I won! Then he took the kid's candy as his prize and ate it right there in front of him.
Ugh, that's just plain wrong.
He did take it way too far that time. The poor kid started crying, so I stepped in and gave Itto a scold. He was pretty quick to admit that he was fully in the wrong, and it wasn't long before the kid had stopped crying and was laughing and playing again as if... In fact, the children quite like playing with him because he's always serious about the stakes and never throws a game on purpose. So, I suppose what I'm trying to say is a guy who can't even beat kids at a children's game really gonna be capable of these kinds of diabolical deeds?
Huh. He doesn't sound like a bad guy at all. In fact, he kind of sounds like a...
Yes, my thoughts exactly. Still, so I'm not trying to condone his actions.
Thanks for the info.
Arataki Itto. Of course I know him. We've been trying to We know he's already left Inazuma City, but with no clues to follow, we have no choice but to commission others for help.
Catherine says that Arataki Itto hasn't done anything seriously bad. Paimon's curious.
Yes, of course. Otherwise, we'd never have put so many people on the case. For starters, most thieves will try to devise a way to conceal their identity. But at first, he was just one of our suspects. But when we went to investigate, he personally confessed to everything and started trying to provoke the officers. What's most frustrating is that he then managed to escape along with his entire gang. He must have been planning the whole thing right from the start. Of course he did. Whether material or psychological, there is plenty of evidence either way. He's never had a mora to his name his entire life, and he's never kept down a real job. Word is that he also takes care of someone in his gang, and that the burden of it takes quite the toll on him. After scrounging for a living all these years, maybe he thought that being the bad guy would be an easier ride. As for his psychological motives, it's a bit embarrassing to talk about, but we confiscated his vision during the Vision Hunt Decree. At the time, Arataki Itto put up quite a fight. It took a huge amount of manpower and resources, and in the end we had to enlist the help of Kujo-Sara to finally secure his vision. The Vision Hunt was a mistake, but we never expected that he would go to such extreme lengths to take revenge on us.
He does sound a little unstable. Just like...
If the two of you are able to capture Arataki Itto, please bring him straight here.
Thanks for all the info. Too bad we still don't know where he could have run off to. We already got word on the street, so maybe it's time to talk to a real specialist. Paimon remembers that there's a detective agency here in Inazuma. Maybe we can try asking there. Hello, we'd like to ask some questions about Arataki Itto.
Oh, him again. Sure. I have answers. We've already done some investigating for the Tenryou Commission. But first, do you have enough Moro to cover the fee? I've heard all about your travels. After everything you've been through, I'm sure you understand the way these sorts of things work.
How much more are we?
A one-off payment of 397,000 mora, up front. Plus a further 5% of your Adventures Guild remuneration as my commission, if Arataki Itto is successfully caught and brought to justice.
Whoa! That's crazy expensive!
Hold on. I wasn't finished. It just so happens the initial fee has already been paid in full by the Tenryou Commission. All you'll need to pay is the small commission fee. And, as for that amount, I'll settle things with the Adventures Guild once we have Itto. So, from the way I see it, you guys are getting a pretty nice deal. Now then, to give you the full picture in this case. A long, long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a Crimson Oni and a Blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The Crimson Oni looked fierce, but was gentle like the humans. The Blue Oni looked human, but was reclusive, like an Oni. The Crimson Oni wished to befriend the humans, but they were scared and threw beans at him whenever he came near. So the Blue Oni said to the Crimson Oni,
Akka, I'll cause trouble in the village. You'll come and stop me. Then the humans will accept you.
As planned, the Crimson Oni chased the Blue Oni away. The Crimson Oni's deeds spread throughout the land, and people finally accepted him. But when the Crimson Oni went to tell the Blue Oni the good news, he was gone and left only a letter behind.
I went traveling. Don't come find me or they'll treat you as a naughty little Oni. But don't worry about me. No matter where I go, we'll always be friends.
That's it? What about the little Blue Oni?
I suppose the Blue Oni simply disappeared, never to be seen again. Only...
But the Blue Oni...
Of course it does. Otherwise, I wouldn't go through all the trouble of telling it. One interpretation is that the story is actually broadly based on historical events and that Arataki Itto is, in fact, a descendant of the Crimson Oni. What I'm trying to tell you is that the Oni have sacrificed a lot in the past in order to finally integrate themselves into human society. But there are still some volatile personality traits in the Oni bloodline. Every generation of Oni inherits these traits. So while Arataki Itto has never been known to commit a wrongful act in the past, can we ever completely rule out the possibility of him one day allowing this side of him to take over?
But how could he do that? After the Blue Oni's sacrifice?
That's a very old story. Nobody knows how long it's been since the Blue Oni disappeared. Besides, the suspect has already confessed. What is there left to discuss? According to my investigation, he was headed southwest. The Tenryou Commission is unable to enter territory controlled by Sangonomiya troops. No doubt that's the reason Arataki Itto chose to flee in that direction. Don't mention it. I'm just doing my
Wait, Hyman still has a question.
I could only assume so. Judging from his previous bouts, he is a skilled fighter with a lot of brute strength. Whether or not you'll be able to handle him.
Okay, but...
Ah, yes. In fact, all Oni will avoid beans, but especially Itto. I heard that just touching a bean is enough to incapacitate him. If you could weaken him a bit by triggering his allergies, perhaps you'd have better luck subduing him.
Right! Knowing our target's weakness will make things a whole lot easier.
It just so happens that I have a bag of beans right here. I was planning to use... Of course, I will charge the Adventurers Guild a fair and reasonable rate for the beans.
Sneaky! Let's head to Yashiori Island and start looking for Itto.
life goes on.
According to Detective Sango, Itto should be somewhere around here. Catherine mentioned that he has a vision. Why not see if we can track him down using elemental sight? Could that be him? Is that Arataki? Doesn't seem to be looking this way. It'll save a lot of hassle if we can avoid a fight.
Hey, who's sneaking around over there? Come on, show yourself!
Yikes! We've been spotted! Wait! Could that be him? Is that our... Doesn't seem to be looking this way. It'll save a lot of... What should we do? Paimon didn't think he'd react this fast.
Don't be alarmed. It's just my, my allergies acting up. I've got it under control. It's all right. I got this. I just gotta tough it out. I can take it. I can take it. Who am I kidding? I gotta catch my breath here. Whatever it is you want, it's gonna have to wait. I need a moment. Need a moment. Hey, why'd you have to be so mean, huh? Surprise attacking me like that. Hey, whoa. Take it easy. Just stop with the beans, okay? So you're here to bring me in. How in the world did you find me all the way out here anyway? Well, whatever. If you think I'm going back with you, you can forget it. I'd walk away if I were you. I pack a mean punch, you know. I don't want to hurt any regular...
That's pretty big talk considering all the beans we have.
Yep, that's right. Me, all by myself. Nobody else. As boss of the Arataki gang, I gotta nab a little food and drink when we're running low. That's only natural, right?
Yeah, but nabbing people? That's taking...
Not when their families will pay good mora to see them again. Easy pickings. And the extra mora means I can, give some to my gang to spend on themselves. Hey, what's with all the questions? Like I said, I'm not going back with you, so stop wasting everybody's time.
No way, mister. We've accepted a commission.
What did you say, little one? Go on.
Well, mostly he took a commission to bring you back.
Looks like you aren't gonna let this drop. In that case...
Uncle Itto! Don't run now. Careful or you'll fall. What's taking you so long? You said we were gonna have a beetle fight today. Come.
Yeah, that's right. Still going ahead. But you see, I've been out here for ages, and I still can't find a beetle that I like. So, just give Uncle Itto a little more time.
Huh? Who are they?
Yeah, that's right. I told them not to come, but what can I say? They were just too worried about me. It's because of a little thing called, prestige. Yeah, because of all the prestige Uncle Itto.
Huh? What did...
Shh, come on, just play along. Leave the...
Uncle Itto, you don't look so good.
That's because Uncle Itto bumped his noggin on a tree branch while looking for a beetle. Uh-oh. It's all good, though. These horns are rock solid.
Okay, if you say so. Granny and I will keep heading back now. Don't...
Yep, I'll be right there.
Who were those people?
The old lady was Granny Oni. She's the one who took me in and raised me. And the kid's name is Daisuke. I took him in just a while back. They're both like family to me. They escaped with me out this way, along with my boys from the Arataki.
Right. But if you care about them so much, then you shouldn't have done all that stuff to...
Listen, how about we make a deal? You two let me go wrap things up with Daisuke, and once we're done battling beetles, the two of us will settle things with a duel. If you win, I'll come quietly. You can take me back to Inazuma City, and you won't hear a peep out of me. Why? Because I'll just tell little Daisuke that my friends and I need to step outside for a moment. That way you won't worry. Cool?
What should we do?
Oh, it's on! I like you. Come with me. Saves you worrying that I might skedaddle. You guys have seen Oni Kabuto out in the wild, right? Even though they might look menacing on the outside, they're big softies on the inside. Most of the time, they're just sitting there doing nothing. But let me tell ya, once the Oni Kabuto start fighting, they won't let anything get in there. The grand game of beetle fighting is a match where your beetle tries to flip the other beetle onto its back. Hey, it's not just some kid's game, okay? I have taken part in more beetle fights than you would believe. At least 800. I may have even crossed the 1,000 mark by this point. Anyway, after a while, you can tell a beetle's fighting potential just by looking at its shape, size, and the patterns on its body. But it's not just about all the physical stuff. Oh no, your Oni Kabuto's got to be in the right headspace as well. If it's not up for a fight or doesn't have the guts, well, then it's game over. Boy, are you two lucky you ran into me. When it comes to beetles, I'm the expert that the experts go to.
But we're not the ones that will be playing.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, not a problem. You two might think I'm just tooting my own horns here, but just you wait. I'll make you a beetle expert in no time. And by the way, that kid has one tough beetle. We can't underestimate it. You have to find a real lean, mean beetle warrior.
Okay, so he's not the sharpest horn on the Oni.
Okay, let me see. Ah, there. Let's head to that hill. I'll bet my bottom mora we're gonna find some major league Oni Kabuto.
Uh-oh! Lightning storm!
Just our luck. Well, hopefully that'll... Go! Darn it, they're all gone. Let's hop down from here and take a look. Look! You see all those purple things? It's a whole pile of Onikabuto! Now that's what I'm talking about! Huh? Oh, what the... Ah, no! Not lavender melons! Well, even a pro like myself can make a mistake. This is the one! This is the one! See? Yeah, it's on the smaller side. But, size isn't everything in a beetle fight. Just let the expert explain, okay? What smaller beetles lack in strength, they make up... Listen, you can never see a beetle's true energy until it's in the ring. It might look a bit young and docile, but that's got its advantages. Haven't you ever heard the saying, young beetles that have never fought before always go all out in their first fight? Hey, didn't I say not to worry? Come on, just have a little faith, would ya? My experience is telling me...
Right here! Look what Paimon found! If we're gonna battle some beetles, then Paimon wants in! It's not like we have anything else to do. When you hopped down, Paimon flew off somewhere else nearby and found this one! What do you think, Itto? It's big and strong and looks like a real fighter! Bet the one you guys found must be way bigger.
Oh, you got...
Nope, this is the first one Paimon's ever caught.
Well, looks like you got a real knack for this. You'll be a fellow beetle fighting expert in no time. I mean, not as good as me, but...
Oh, so overall not that good then.
Anyway, great. With both your beetle and mine, well, you know, that's so many unrelated things have to come together at once in just the right way.
As in pure luck?
Whoa. let's not do anything rash here, you know. I think both of these fine beetles have a shot at winning. Let's just hang on to them and give them both a try. A true warrior never leaves a good beetle behind. Anyway, time to head back and get this show started. Man, I am psyched for this. Woo! Let's go! Too slow.
Finally, you're back! Can we start our beetle fight now?
Yeah, sure thing, buddy. But you better watch out. I've got this fight in the bag. Let's go, Nimble Ninja.
Huh? When did you come up with...
Come on, you can take him, little guy. Oh, no! My little Nimble Ninja!
Ha! Look,
Dang it! Ugh, it's my 7th loss in a row.
Stripey Ghost is invincible!
I won't forget this. I'll beat you next time, I swear! All right, Paimon, you're up. Time to give Crimson Cyclone a shot.
All right, go get him, Crimson Cyclone!
Whoa! That one looks ultra strong! But it's still no match for you, Stripey.
All right, little guy, use your super pipe.
No, I can't believe it. I lost.
Yay, we won! Ha! Paimon knew Crimson Cyclone would be the best.
Boy, did that one put up a fight. Woo! It wiped the floor. I know a real beetle trainer when I see one. Way to kick some beetle butt, partner.
See? Paimon's got real talent. Oh, right. Yeah, now that the beetle fighting's over and all, this is for you, Daisuke.
Huh? For me?
Go ahead, take it, Daisuke. When we finally get back to the city, you can show it off to all your friends.
But will we ever be able to go back?
Of course we will. Trust me. I never go back on my word. Anyway, I got some things I gotta discuss with my friends here. Go play with Granny for a while, would ya? There's a good boy.
Good. The kid doesn't suspect a thing.
You're from the Tenryou Commission, aren't you? I bet you're here to capture Uncle Itto.
Huh?
Hey, didn't I tell ya? They're my friends. In fact, they're in the gang. We're practically family.
That's not true. I already know everyone in your little gang, but I've never seen these two. Uncle Itto didn't do anything wrong. Don't take him. And not only did he not do anything wrong, he also saved my life. He's not a bad guy.
Hey, some things we don't tell to outsiders, remember? How should I'm a real lousy liar.
Itto, sometimes you need to just say what you have to say. Don't worry about us.
I guess. Seems I can't hide it anymore. Come with me. I'll be honest with you. This thing the Tenryou Commission is investigating, with someone going around taking people and their possessions, I have my own reasons for lying about it. And I really didn't want to get innocent people caught up in this while I'm still trying to solve the real problem here. I'm the same as you. I just want to avoid conflict at all costs. But it's just not worth.
So why in the world would you say that you're the culprit?
Maybe you don't know because you're Outlanders, but it all started.
Hold on a second. If you're talking about that...
Oh, so you already know. Well, that makes things all...
So, is the story from...
Everything about the fate of the Oni is true. The Blue Oni chose exile, and the Crimson Oni stayed behind. But the other details aren't historically accurate. Fairy tales are nice stories, but there's something they leave out. It's a little... The Inazuma of long ago was a dangerous place. If you wanted the Raiden Shogun's protection, you had to have a good relationship with the human. The Oni are a proud kind, so it wasn't easy for them to ask others for acceptance. Over time, the Oni eventually split into two factions. The Crimson Oni were friendly with the humans, but the Blue Oni, they were more stubborn and insisted on keeping to their own.
Paimon thought you were two different species.
Yup, that's right. There's no real difference between us. We just paint our horns different colors to show which side we belong to. Because humans were still wary of Oni at the time. The Crimson Oni always hoped to find a way to live in peace with the humans, but the humans didn't see a difference between Crimson and Blue Oni. All they knew was that Oni were hard to get along with. If things were to continue that way, the Oni were never gonna get along with humans. And so, the most revered leaders of the Crimson and Blue Oni decided to resolve it. Over drinks, they swore an oath. The Blue Oni would play the role of evil Oni to help the Crimson Oni integrate into human society. But the Blue Oni's leader gave two conditions. First, the Oni must abandon any prejudice they held against humanity. Every Oni was to accept humans in their heart before the humans accepted them. Oni were not to use their strength to mistreat humans, but were also not to stand for mistreatment against them. Second, the Crimson Oni were to integrate with human society, but not by trying to please the humans. The Oni were to embrace their own honest characters, their surging tempers, and their awesome strength. In other words, they were to carry on the Oni bloodline. After choosing exile, the number of Blue Oni began to dwindle, until eventually, they disappeared altogether. Since I first heard the story of the Blue and Crimson Oni as a kid, I've heard it countless times in my life. Not once did I ever imagine that the Blue Oni clan had actually survived.
So you're saying the real culprit was a...
That's right. Most people don't pay attention to the color of an Oni's horns. They probably don't even know that Blue Oni exist. But nothing gets by the Arataki gang. At the scene of the crime... Still, it'd be strange if the culprit really was a descendant of... Exactly. They would give up their life before abandoning their pride. I've always respected the Blue Oni for the sacrifice they made. Our pride does not allow for... My guess is that the Blue Oni... That's right.
But what does Daisuke have to do with any of this?
He was the one I managed to save from the Ronin after I sent them running from the scene. He was off playing somewhere when they came by and ransacked his house. By the time he came back, his parents had been taken. The whole reason I'm in this is to help this kid find his mom and dad again. I never wanted to tell you any of this. My original plan was to knock you both out and take my family to hide somewhere else. There's more to this than just one Blue Oni. There's a dangerous group behind That's everything. The whole story. But if you're willing to believe me, then...
Yep, Paimon too! Just treat it like...
So, you... Well, I should tell you, though, things could get a little dangerous, so...
Don't worry about it.
All right, then our first job... rises.
Opening box of Adepti-Trix.
Yo, you must be... yeah. Not the one that robbed you, though, so, chill.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm still a bit... It's not the first time that's happened to me. Usually, you just hand over some Mora and they'll leave you alone. At least you don't lose your goods that way, but this time was different. They weren't willing to talk things over.
Huh? That's totally...
I got down on my knees and begged. Said I had a family to care for, and then I saw that there was an Oni among the group. I thought he was gonna be the one, but instead, he stopped the others and told them to let me go. Yeah, that got them all arguing with each other. His cohort said that I was sure to retaliate if they released, but the young Oni was insistent that they shouldn't lay a finger on me. Things got real heated. I thought they were gonna come to blows. Luckily, they let me escape with my life in the end.
So he'll steal, but he won't harm people. Seems he has some sort of standards. Did he say why they were robbing you?
Surely it was Mora, right? I mean, I can't say for sure. It's not like
Ugh, that idiot. Do you have any idea where they went after they robbed you?
I have no clue. You weren't gonna go after them, are you? Seriously, I did
Don't worry. It's just a bunch of no-name scumbags. I got a whole laundry list of scores to settle with them. If these two islands are where they tend to hang around, we're sure to run into them at Naz...
Behold!
Quit following me.
Rise.
The wind rises. Yeah. They gotta pass through here sometime. If I'm not mistaken, they'll be shown.
Yeah, things might get a little rough, so we better... Oh, here they come!
Yeah, there they are. And one of them has... All right, it's go time. Looks like you fellas aren't going down without a fight. Fine by me. Let's fight first, talk later. Attaboy!
Let's get down to business.
Let's go!
Berry. Finally, to the berry.
Hey, don't even think about running. It's me, Arataki Itto,
I know who you are. From the day we are... But what about the Crimson Oni, Because those who get sacrificed should be forgotten, right?
No, you're wrong. I never knew the Blue Oni had survived to this day, and the moment I found out, I was determined that Since you remember the pact between our two factions, I assume you also remember the pride we share as So my question is, how could a proud Oni like yourself go and abuse the weak and plunder the innocent? Why break the oath that our kind swore all those years ago? Huh? What's so
Who are you to talk about pride? And the Blue Oni gave up everything, just so the Crimson Oni could live peacefully. But let me ask you, Arataki Itto, what exactly do you contribute to humans? You're a blundering fool who can't hold down a real job, a laughingstock of the town, and worse still, you let them get your vision during the Vision Hunt decree. Protecting the Oni pride? Ha! You wouldn't know how if you tried. You're a disgrace to the Oni kind.
Hey, come on. None of that stuff's a big deal. I mean...
Since when do you care what other people think? You just do whatever you want. It's not like... Do you have any idea of the kind of life my kin and I have lived while you've been hanging around in human society? We were cut off from the rest of the world. We severed all contact with it. And since then, we've had no place to live, no stable source, no clothing, no medicine, nothing. Besides the oath we swore to uphold in our so-called Oni pride,
So, that's why you joined a band of thieves?
That's right. Why should I accept that life? Is holding fast. I've abandoned our Oni pride. I've given everything that I've stolen from humans to my community. What I've taken will at least keep them from starving and ease their pain. That's what matters most to me.
Yeah, and besides, the if people see Oni causing trouble again, then that'll defeat the whole purpose of the sacrifice
You make a good point. But Arataki Itto's the one who needs to get that into his thick skull. The Blue Oni are the bad guys, so we're expected to do bad things. Our actions won't tarnish the reputation of... Unless, of course, this bonehead decides it'd be a great idea to take all the blame for himself, completely destroying the trust, but he's the one that wasted the sacrifice we made.
Huh? Well, I only had to do that because of you. I couldn't just...
You should get your priorities straight. The Blue Oni are history, all right? Forget about us. The Crimson Oni are the ones who must live on. Why couldn't you have just stayed out of it?
There they are! Seize them!
Oh no, it's...
Forget it. This was a waste of time anyway. Look, I don't expect you to understand me, but you could at least take a look in the mirror.
Hey! He got away! Uh-oh.
We can't get... Looks like I'm up to bat. Just wait here, and we'll escape together. Whatever you do, don't attack any of the Tenryo Commission, or they'll be...
Battle formation!
Cha! Bam!
I must Come on, men. He won't get away this time. Just give yourself up, Arataki Itto.
Let's roll!
I won't forget this.
Man, they really came out in force today. I'm kind of flattered the Tenryou Commission sent so many, but I still haven't completely recovered from the bean attack earlier. I'm starting to lose my edge here. No way. All that would do is send them after our Blue Oni friend instead. But I have to settle things with him first, man to man.
Then what should we do? The Tenryou Commission's about...
No choice but to keep kicking some ten...
Hey, boss! Thought you'd have all the fun without us?
Granny Oni sent us. We're here to lend a hand.
Maybe we can't take him, but we can sure slow him down.
Hey, I told you to stay out of...
Well, we're in it now. Come on, there's no time.
Go, do what you gotta do, boss.
All right, watch yourselves. As soon as I'm done, I'm coming back for... Come on, you two. Time to roll!
Don't let them get away. After them.
Hey, you guys want some of this? There's plenty to...
Run for it, boss!
As boss of the Arataki gang, getting rescued by my own boys feels... pretty humiliating. I promise to never let you down, boys. All right, we've got some footprints to follow. Let's find Takuya.
It was real touching and all what they did, but those few guys weren't much of a gang.
Hey, it takes Mora to run a gang, okay? You're all I've got for now. Huh. Is it just me, or are there more and more footprints here? A wrecked cart and some goods. Look alive, we've got company.
Behold.
Seems they definitely don't want us going any further. Let's see what's waiting for us up ahead. Huh. Besides the footprints, there are other signs of life here too. Must be plenty going on around here. Hidden entrance, yes! This is gonna be where they keep all the people they took.
Paimon thinks Takuya's probably in there.
Huh? Fire away? Of course I did. But it takes a world-class blockhead like Takuya to think his ideas are actually... So I'm here to save him no matter what.
Huh? What were you two talking about?
All acquired by less than legitimate means, no doubt. And all the more reason we gotta put an end to this.
Barry. Barry. No.
No problemo. That'll be what this mechanism's for.
Fury.
My lucky day!
Boy! Can't catch me!
How's this?
Squall and Fury.
Let's roll! Must be holding on to them for leverage. All right, let's get him out of here. Oh, coming through!
To the very
All right, you're all free to go.
Sorry, but have you seen our little boy?
Calm down, dear. We don't even know.
But...
Oh, you...
Yes, that's right! Have you seen him? Where...
Don't worry, he's safe and sound. Someone's looking after him now on Yashiori Island. He's been worried about you. I bet he'll be relieved to see you.
You were the one who saved him? Oh, thank you, thank you!
No, please, no. No need to thank me. It's my pleasure, really. It's just who I am. Before you go calling me a hero, let me ask you this. Wouldn't any other self-respecting guy who...
Really? Just one little compliment.
No one dares stand up to them for fear of what they might.
Oh, would they really?
No. Oh, in fact.
At night, he would secretly bring us food and water. Are you a friend of his? Oh, maybe there's something secretly troubling.
Let me put it this way. There are a few things he needs to straighten out in his head, and I'm here to point him in the right direction.
I'm glad to hear that.
Don't worry, he'll be in my trusty hands. Anyway, you should scram. It's still not—
Yes, thanks again.
Huh. A child that made some poor choices. Anyway, let's get going. Oh, we still have time. This is the place. The jig's up. Surrender while you can.
How's this?
Behold!
Unsightly insects!
Bet you think you've won, don't ya?
I'll let you in on a little secret. What makes it so special is that if you tear one piece, the other piece starts tearing too.
Newsflash, don't care about your cute little origami obsession.
You better stay where you are and let me. Aren't you curious what the other piece is used? I'll tell you. It's now.
What? You're gonna blow this whole place up?
Oh, don't worry about me. I made sure that I've gotten this. You've had your fun. My paper charm. Where's my paper?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you looking for...
Yes, that's it.
I snatched it earlier to stop you from doing anything.
Why, you... And now you're...
You're one to talk. What about burying everyone here? If you ask me, that sounds like you've already betrayed our agreement, no?
Just give it here!
You done talking now? Huh? You sure? Great, because I'm done listening. Ah! Great work, Takuya. You arrived in the nick of time.
Stay away from me.
Huh?
I said stay away, or I'll tear the paper charm.
Hey, oh, okay.
Just because I won't let him blow this place to bits doesn't mean that I won't do it myself. Unless you want to get buried, you should leave this place now. Take...
You won't go through with it. If you were that cruel, then why bother protecting every person you've come across? Huh?
I'm not here to reason with you. Go! This sacrifice is mine to make. Mine alone! Why couldn't you just stay out of it?
No one needs to sacrifice them.
All right, then you tell me. I've tarnished our Oni pride and abandoned our ancestors' oath. Only sacrifice can restore my pride now. I chose this path so I could provide for my fellow Oni. I was ready to die from the very beginning. This is between us blue Oni. But you... If it wasn't for you, everything would have worked out
They're here! We won't let them slip.
Uh-oh, there's...
Hey, Tenryo Commission! I'm the one you're looking for. You're the ones in charge of detaining criminals in human society, right? I'm sure you can tell who the criminal is here.
Huh? It's like he's trying to reenact the fairy tale.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's me you've been looking for. Listen, Takuya. Sacrificing yourself won't... Your sacrifice can't protect me or your fellow Oni. And giving up your life isn't gonna make theirs any longer. Sacrificing yourself is one way to escape your fate, but the only one you'll be setting free is yourself. Listen to me. You want to be the tough guy? Huh? Well, this is the coward's way out. Don't let your sacrifice stain our Oni pride. The blue Oni have been scraping the bottom of the barrel all these years, so let's give them a new... We've made mistakes, but we can make up for them. Fate hasn't been kind to the Oni? Well then let's tear it up and start... But before any of that can happen, you need to get yourself behind me and forget about all that self-sacrifice stuff. Now let's go. But we're not done talking about this. Takuya! I'll take care of this. There are still people in danger. Go, help them!
What?
Hey, I got this.
Come on!
Forget about me! Just go! It's what I deserve!
Ah, shut up, would ya?
We managed to save everyone. What about Itto and Takuya? Paimon hopes they're all right. Look! It's Itto and Takuya!
That's gonna hurt tomorrow.
What's up with the looks on your faces? I said we'd be okay, didn't I? I'm sure I'd be looking a whole lot sharper right now if it wasn't for that brutal bean attack of yours earlier.
Why? Why would you do this for me? I'm the guilty one here. I don't deserve this.
Because we're Oni, that's why. We share the same blood, brother. Our parents and their parents before them never taught us that it was okay to abandon family in need. I just wish you'd come to find me sooner. If you knew about me all along, then you should have come and asked me for help. I never would have dreamed of turning you away.
The Blue Oni disappeared so that they wouldn't bring trouble to the Crimson Oni. If I came to you for help, wouldn't that just undo everything the Blue...
Not to me. I've always respected the Blue Oni for... It's only because of them that we have survived to see today. And honestly, everything that I have now, I owe to the Blue Oni. And let me tell you, the Inazuma of today wouldn't see you as a villain just because of the color of your horns.
You say all that, but... in spite...
You remember the pack, don't you? We're not supposed to suck up to the humans. We're supposed to earn their respect. Every member of the Arataki gangs had a tough time trying to fit in. Take Akira, for example. He snores like you wouldn't believe. Or Genta. He's got a serious temper problem. And Mamoru? Well, he's colorblind. Even Granny Oni. She got that name for taking me in as a kid. We're all rejects and outcasts in some way, but we don't care. You want to talk about pride? Well, in our gang, we're proud to welcome anyone who's been through adversity with open arms.
But...
don't worry. The Arataki gang's already a bunch of misfits. You really think you could cramp our...
We've dealt with the Kairagi and the people they took captive. I assume that Takia, based on the findings of our investigation, I hereby announce that all stolen articles will be reclaimed. That means we'll be seizing all the goods you passed...
No! Please don't! Without those...
It's all right, Takuya. Those goods never belong to us anyway. Don't worry. I'll help take care of your kin. Now that I know the situation, I'll
Might want to put your grand plans on hold there. You're under arrest too, for numerous assaults on the Tenryo Commission office.
Oh! Yeah, I guess I forgot about that. But no worries. I'll put my gang on the case. My boys will take good care of the Blue Oni.
Yeah, we've already arrested them too.
Oh, right. Yeah,
That's what they get for resisting the...
Yeah, I guess it's up to you then, Traveler. Could you be a pal and... Thanks.
As for you two, lending them your aid when you knew full well they were in the wrong means that the culpability extends to you too. But, given your unique circumstances, and in light of the complexity of this case...
Hey, wait! Are unique circumstances? Are these guys like a big deal? Oh, yeah, okay. Cool. Because I was gonna say, you know, like... yeah, all right, see you next time. Whenever that'll be.
Well, he's pretty. Weird. But at least he's not a bad guy.
The wind rises.
Yes, that does.
So, did they take... Yes, they did. But don't be too upset, Daisuke. We will have the chance. He and his gang may have acted recklessly, but the fact remains that he still helped us.
Yeah, I knew it! Uncle Itto helped us, and he's awesome!
Now, don't get any ideas, Daisuke. Itto is a far cry from awesome. He still caused a lot of trouble for a lot of people. If you ask me, I'd say he's like one of those little Oni Kabuto you kids are playing with all the time. Though he looks fierce on the outside, he has a kind heart.
I don't really get it, but...
Thank you, Granny.
Yes, you needn't worry.
It's time we started heading back. We'll be sure to visit again soon.
Ah, I'm glad that everything... As for the Blue Oni, just leave them to me. If there's one thing an old granny like myself can do...
Do you need our help?
No, besides, once Itto is... Oh, yes. And you know what? I think that's what makes... He does whatever he puts his mind to. He's sincere, brave, and determined. Back when I took him in, everyone thought I was most unusual indeed. They started calling me Granny Oni, but I've never been ashamed of this name, because Itto is my pride and joy.
A long, long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a crimson Oni and a blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The crimson Oni wanted to be friends with the humans, so the blue Oni played the role of the naughty kid. And then he left. After a long time, the crimson Oni was living happily with the humans, but in his heart, he wanted to bring the blue Oni back home. The crimson Oni didn't know where to find the blue Oni. His search took him up the highest mountains and across the widest rivers. He found many traces of the blue Oni, but the more he found, the clearer it became. The blue Oni was hiding on purpose. So just as the blue Oni had once done, the crimson Oni left him a letter.
Dear Owl, I've made lots of human friends now, and I want to have a big party for everyone. I want all my friends to be there. That means you too, Owl. If you don't want to meet me, you can just watch from a distance.
The blue Oni snuck back to the village and hid in the shadows. He saw the great feast and roaring fire and longed to join in. But though his stomach rumbled, the blue Oni remembered the oath of old and kept his distance. Suddenly, he jumped. The crimson Oni was right behind him.
Hey, you're finally back. Come on, I'll introduce you. It's time everyone met my best friend.